Joining us in studio this morning from Leadership Roswell Alumni Association, Elaine Mayfield back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm really good, and I'm loving that it's going to be cool this weekend.
Yeah, we got to get through the next couple days of hotness, but weekend should be really nice.
I have big dogs, and they sure don't like that hot weather.
I don't blame them. I'm a big dude, and I don't like, well, fat dude. I don't say big.
It's that COVID-15, I swear. It's awful.
But, yeah, I don't blame them. I don't like it either. But,
yeah.
If folks hopefully remembered, it was actually probably a little over a month ago, but Elaine was joined us here in studio, and we were looking for nominees for the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association Awards, and the annual event. Unfortunately, the banquet portion of it has been kind of put on a hiatus for a couple years now.
We have not had that.
Yeah, but good news is we are going to have one now, and now all we need is the banquet to happen. We got COVID. We're out of the COVID pandemic world. We're able to do that again. You know, we're able to gather again. We got some nominees now officially.
We have honorees now.
Honorees, not nominees. Honorees now.
Yes.
And all we need to do is have the fun party now and celebrate and honor these folks. So.
That's right. Yeah, we were thrilled with the nominations that came in and voted on, and now we have the 4 winners, if I can say winners.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know there actually was to get the nominees for a couple of these were pretty close races here.
Very close.
You know, and we kind of like we did a double count and triple count.
Yeah, we did have to double count
because we had some qualified.
We had a tie and then one vote threw it over.
And to be honest, all deserving, you know what I mean?
You know, it's usually that way.
Mm-hmm.
Every year it seems like they're all very close races.
Yeah.
And many people that nominate one year and don't get selected re-nominate the next year as well.
Yeah.
So.
And usually usually the top getter the next year.
It seems like it, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But we do have our 4 and actually 5 award winners, 4 awards, but 5 award winners.
That's true. We have a couple.
Yes,
occasionally we have a couple.
We do this year, and so we want to invite everyone to come out and be a part of the banquet and share this celebration with us here.
Yeah, we've really missed having the celebration. It just brings everybody together, and you know, you see these people and you learn so much about them. Like, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
Especially when you get to your like lifetime achievement and people that have been in our community for a long time just doing stuff. And then you're like, you may know them from one facet of their community service.
That's
and
right.
then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't realize they're involved with this, and this. Also. You know, I knew them from this, you know,
Exactly.
and that's how it really works out. And that's just it. The folks, and I'm looking at all of our people. And all of them wear many hats in our community and do a lot of different great, you know. I mean, sure, they all have their passions, but at the same time, they all share the same passion of a great community and want to do their part to make it that case, you know.
And another thing about the banquet is it's also positive, and we need that. The whole evening is just upbeat, positive, and we need that.
Absolutely. So we are asking folks to free up your calendar for Thursday, June 23rd. The dinner and the banquet and everything will be at 6:30 p.m. And it's going to be back at the New Mexico Military Institute there. They're in their VMV hall, so they're going to...
I think they just redid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing a lot of work on various buildings on that campus.
It's right in the heart of the campus.
Yeah. It's a great facility there, and of course... anytime NMMI hosts events like this, they do an amazing job.
And the food is wonderful.
Yeah, the food, the whole
Sodexo is their contractor. And they're always very good.
Yeah, and they're used to doing military style, so their attention to detail is something that they're pretty good at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you come in off of Kentucky, off that backside, into that parking area there. It comes right up to the door there.
Good deal. So if you'd like to participate, again, it's going to be June 23rd, 6:30 p.m., and it'll be at the VMV Hall there at the New Mexico Military Institute campus. Cost is $30 per person.
Right.
You can get a table of 8, like if you're a business, maybe
a family.
Yeah, or family, or maybe your organization is one of the folks that receive some of the benefits of some of our honorees this year.
Absolutely.
And like to buy a table for staff or whatever. Table of 8 is $225, and like I said, it does
bit of a break.
8. Yeah. So and again, and here's another thing. Obviously some of this covers cost of the event and things, but whatever is left over goes to Leadership Roswell Alumni Association for our programs, our scholarships. It's all what doesn't use to cover the event is used to help the community. So
absolutely.
So if you want to pay a little more, we won't stop you.
No.
But
and we do have some people that'll pay forward.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll
if you like to pay forward,
for the scholarship winner or something.
Yeah. But I'm guessing that because there's food involved and things, we have a deadline on getting RSVPs for the event here.
And it's pretty quick. I'm sorry, but it just takes
you got a couple
time.
weeks. You got a couple weeks.
Yeah, got a couple weeks.
But June 9th, we want to get RSVPs by June 9th.
So we can give them a number.
I know when we get around the 9th and 10th, there's going to be some people that are like, oh, can I get, but to save a whole lot of headache for Elaine, for the NMMI staff, for everybody there, over the next week here, get your RSVPs in, and that way you don't have to worry about it. Maybe if you're going to get a table, make sure you got everybody locked down for your table.
That's
and then
true,
get that
because
done.
we often sell several tables.
Yeah. But I'd rather you have it and ready than you trying to get it later on and think about it, and then turn out you may not have that opportunity.
Right.
So just to make it, especially since we haven't had a shindig in a couple years here.
Yes.
I think there might be some people a little anxious to get out and do this again, and it's a fun night of really, and that's just it. It's a fun night of just honoring these folks, and it's a great meal. But like Elaine said, it's just positive. It's just we brag on these people for a night here. We enjoy some great food, and I also say use it as a bit of an inspiration for maybe the next generation. Bring your kids, bring your young folks to this too, and maybe that rubs off. And next thing you know, when these kids are, when we're old and gray and retired, these are the ones that are.
This is our future.
They're the ones filling those shoes.
And we just finished our Teen Leadership Institute.
Yeah,
huge success.
Yeah,
thanks to the people that have been running it for a few years, and NMMI for hosting.
And then they might sometimes they recognize those kids at the event.
Right.
Hopefully they'll all be able to make it.
Actually, a lot of them are gone home.
Yeah, I know. That's the trick.
Or out of town, but
we'll at least recognize names and things.
We definitely will do that.
Hopefully we'll have a few of them able to attend this year. So.
As a matter of fact, in the program, I'm actually naming the winners of the 2020 award.
Yeah,
in 21
because we haven't had a couple banquets.
They didn't get a bank. We didn't get to feed them.
Yeah, we did honor them as best we could. We got to interview them. And surprised them and got all kinds of swag things for them. But we didn't get to have the big party dinner. So yeah, we've got the class of 2022 here. However, we're also gonna honor our last two classes as well, and hopefully they can come and enjoy a meal and celebrate with us too. Hopefully they can do that.
The kids that we're talking about, the teen leadership, we give scholarships every year.
Yeah, and
we have sponsors for the scholarships, and we raise money for the scholarships, and several $1,000s.
Yeah,
and I think there were 9 awarded scholarships.
I want to say that's one of the bigger. Like the biggest they've done in a while as far as amount of,
it is.
Of
they
money
had a couple
given
of
out.
Sponsors come forward that were wonderful.
So this year was,
and they will certainly be acknowledged.
Yeah, that's great. So really, this last teen leadership was probably our largest money wise given out for scholarships since they've had it. So that's right. It's an amazing thing, and I'd like to throw the gauntlet out there and let's break that record next year. But the only way we can do that is more people. Like Elaine saying, contributing and signing and supporting and donating.
And what we do is a 2-day period that they give talks and exercises and things to help these juniors and seniors become leaders. It's our future.
And some of it's a little bit like basically they put the kids in scenarios where they have to force to be leaders and work as teams and navigate obstacles that. Without leadership skills involved, they're not going to complete successfully, and that's all part of that's one facet. But I mean, that's all part of it, and again, it's for high school juniors and seniors,
right?
So
the whole area, down in the valley as well.
Oh yeah, this is not just for all; it's really all of southeast New Mexico. Yeah, kind of the Pecos Valley, so to speak.
Yes, I think so.
And but anyway, we'll talk more about that. But if you got a junior, senior, or will be here for next year, usually it's around March time frame. We'll be on the lookout and we'll sign up for next year here. But we'll definitely honor some of those kids and recognize their names. Hopefully, some will be able to attend.
And we do a slideshow that's wonderful. And
you get to kind of see some of them in action and see some of the things they do at the camp and all that.
And what we're talking about here is exactly what Leadership Roswell does for about 30 citizens.
For the adults.
For the adults, which starts in July. I think they do the selections in July. So we'll have information on that as well.
We just had our most recent class graduate. And so I believe usually it's like July 30th, the end of July is usually the deadline for getting applications in. And if they're not up already, they will be very, very soon.
Right.
Up on the Chamber's website, there's several different places you can get it. That's probably one of the easiest right off the top of my head is the Chamber of Commerce.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but matter of fact, if you ask, matter of fact, Andrew will be in next hour. I'll ask her if they're in yet. If not, or they will be here pretty quickly. So.
And Amy's always on, so.
Yeah, exactly, too. Yeah, you can always contact the Historical Society. That's a pretty good resource to learn things about Leadership Roswell, too.
That's right.
So. But I guess, do we ever fully announce who our actual winners are?
We're ready.
So in case you don't know yet, I know it's not the biggest secret on the planet who our winners were.
No, this is it.
Out. Yeah,
this is it.
But we officially have our winners, our honorees for 2022. I'll let Elaine here. I don't know which order do you want to go.
I'm going to start at the bottom.
You want to start at the bottom, work your way up.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, the Leadership Roswell Alumni Award is for someone that is within the organization that has helped the organization, promoted it, and the cause of the entire Leadership Roswell
we have
program.
There's many alumni out there, but there's
971.
But there's a select few that are actively involved. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Were you the one in charge of counting them all? Just kidding.
No, Rick.
Rick was. But yes, we have 971, but there's a select few that really are very active roles in it, and so we use this to honor those folks do that. Yeah.
And our honoree this year is Margaret Kennard.
Obviously,
City
a very
councilwoman, very active, yes.
Very involved, not just in Leadership Roswell, but in our community.
But she helps Rick to set up classes and work on each class program.
She's kind of, well, this last year she's been a little busy raising a family.
Yeah.
But prior to that, she was kind of Rick's right-hand person there, you know.
Yeah, and Lori Dudick used to be in that position until, about several years ago. And it's kind of a person takes over for a few years. And then we always have to go forward or you end up going backwards.
Well, exactly. Yeah. So passing the baton, so to speak.
Yes. The Commitment to Youth Award. And we always have the most nominations in this category. People in this city are wonderful.
Yeah. And I think, and to be honest, it's probably because there's so many more opportunities to help. I mean,
we have everything from church groups to
coaches,
sports, coaches, teachers.
To your scouting and various other youth organizations.
There you go.
It's to even just, even like the neighborhood, there's like a guy in the neighborhood that's always just working with the kids. It's not necessarily affiliated with everything, just, those type of people.
We've had a nominee that does so much foster care.
Yeah.
Boy, is that important.
I will tell you this now, the foster care system is so desperate for folks to be a part of that every one of those people deserve an award. I wish we had enough awards for all those folks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, our selection this year is Tina Cisneros.
Very cool.
She is with Youth Challenge.
Yeah.
And has been since it pretty much began.
And speaking of a challenge, they've had quite the challenge over the last couple of years with COVID and stuff. But
absolutely.
They've really been making lemonade out of lemons for a couple of years now over there.
And with the Historical Society, we've been working with the Troy Hayes Foundation on some scholarships for those folks too.
Yeah, they've been doing as much as they couldn't do during COVID. They've been doing a lot.
Historical Society.
Yes. But I mean, they really went above and beyond doing stuff, even though they were really hampered by restrictions and regulations and things.
Yes,
and so
definitely.
So Tina, she well deserved there.
Well, I think she was a teacher before. I believe comes from that background. And the Outstanding Leader Award, another person that we all are familiar with, Mr. Jason Perry.
Yes, city councilor,
local minister.
Absolutely, and overall
president. I saw he was president of two organizations, Rotary and Optimists, and very active in the community.
Yeah, he's always and just a good dude, someone to talk to, and just fun.
Yeah.
Big family, and all of them are involved in the community too. So
yes, they are. I think he's got a fireman or a policeman or something. Yeah,
he's got a whole family that are all busy in the community here. So he keeps making more Perrys to get involved in the community.
And a wonderful wife.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah, great family.
And our Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, this is for someone generally older in age.
Sure.
70s
Someone
and up.
Yeah, they just overall, like, they've been, part of the fabric of the community for decades.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, this year it is a couple that was nominated, and that's Kay and Dale Rogers.
Yeah.
That's Roswell Livestock, of course, and a ranching family from way back in the area.
They long time people, families that have deep roots here in Roswell know the Rogers, and
that's right.
And of course, we
lost
unfortunately
Kay.
Lost Kay here last year, and so wish we could be a little sooner with this award, but we want to honor both, and of course Dale was very happy to be notified that him and his wife were nominated for this honor. So
and another area that they are so big with 4-H. I don't think people realize how much for the young people in the ranching and farming industries, and they're huge supporters of 4-H.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they. I would imagine without their help and support, we wouldn't. Our 4-H program would be severely lacking if it wasn't
and it is huge. It is wonderful.
It's a great, huge program, and they've been long-time supporters. I mean, think about it. How many times can you not synonymously say fair or any of that without saying Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply in the same sentence? You really can't. And this
locally owned, and wonderful, wonderful facility.
Yeah. So so it's well deserved, and I'm so glad that we finally get a chance to honor them. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's our award winners.
That's
for this
right.
year.
Isn't that wonderful? So if you just know them, or if you're family or friends or a customer, come on out.
Come share the excitement with us.
We want to fill that room.
Yeah. We want to fill it. We want to make these people feel special. And here's the thing: every one of these people probably, obviously, aren't doing this for this. You know what I mean? None of these people.
Most of them are quite shy about it.
Exactly.
Oh, not me.
So the onus is on us to kind of make a big deal out of it. So because they're certainly not.
Yes.
And so help us do that by come enjoy a meal, come celebrate with us, come out and support. Let's fill the tables up, have a great meal, have a lovely evening of fun and stuff, meet some new people.
And the cost we kept pretty reasonable considering.
$30 pretty cheap.
It was $25 the last 2, 3, 4 years. And
if you tried to buy a meal at any restaurant right now with COVID, you're going to pay $30 anyway.
That's one reason we need the June 9th reservation.
Yes.
Because the food costs are so crazy.
Exactly,
But,
yeah, you can't, I'm sure you go to your favorite restaurant, order your favorite meal, and it's probably 30 to 40% higher than it was a year ago.
Absolutely. So we felt real good that we could keep it at 30.
Yeah. So, and again, if there's money left over, that it goes to a good cause. Yeah. It goes to Leadership Roswell Alumni Association. First main goal is to support the Leadership Roswell program. That's one of our
and that really benefits the community. I went through in 95.
Yeah.
But I still network with those people. That it creates that network that oh, I know so and so, he can help out,
like I know with your active roles and things, it kind of you kind of meet the new generations of people involved because like you said, you've been doing this for a while, and so some of the faces in 96 that you went through, some of them aren't around, but now there's folks have been joining in 2006, 2020, 2016, and are now involved. And now your network, your Leadership Roswell connections kind of keep you all in touch with all that. And so, and obviously Elaine's pretty busy with other stuff too. So she kind of, runs into a lot of the same people in different circles too.
True.
It's our community. That's how it is. And that's really, it's unfortunate, but we're so thankful. We have so many great organizations in this community. We have a lot of good stuff going on, but in all reality, it's like the same 100, 200 people that are doing everything. You know what I mean? And so we want to honor those people any chance we get. But I also like using this as a chance to maybe let's add a couple hundred people to the 150, 200 people that are doing
it. It would be
this.
nice.
We have a good sized community, and we got so many people. But the only way this place is great is if we all roll up our sleeves and do our part here. And so, I think, the event June 23rd is a celebration and a party, and we want to honor these. But it also is a bit of a reminder to the next generation, to the other people to. Say, hey, we need to do our part too. So
that's right.
Yeah, and so honoring these folks and putting them on pedestals to appreciate the hard work and dedication to our community. Hopefully, we can use that to rub off the next generation that we're gonna 20, 30 years from now, they're gonna be standing up there saying, man, we couldn't do what we've been doing for the last 20 years without these people. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, and they do need to give us a call for an RSVP.
Yes.
You can call or text. Text is easy, 575-626-2640.
Yeah.
Or email condor@dfn.com.
Yeah, CONDOR@dfn.com. Or call Elaine, 575-626-2640. You could just RSVP over the phone or whatever.
Right,
and then,
or a text even, and I'll write it down.
Pay at the door or
pay
whatever.
At the door, right.
No big deal. But if you want to pay early, you can make arrangements, whatever. But
if you forget all that, call Amy at the Historical Society.
Yes,
she's
absolutely.
on the committee.
And but yes, please, we'd love to have you come out. Like I said, do we know the menu yet? What they're going to be serving?
We chose two different things. One is I don't remember it all.
Yeah, I remember.
There's a chicken dish that's really good.
It sounded good. I don't remember off the top of my head what the menu was, but it sounded good.
The food is always good, that's for sure. And then I believe the other one is maybe a pork dish or something. Okay. It's the beef that's expensive right now.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But
everybody
always
knows.
Lovely side dishes and dessert.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. And
Yeah.
and to be honest, we're honoring these 5 folks that night, but it's a who's who of there's so many, like Elaine, she's won this award, and
Alumni award too.
Bragging on Elaine here, she's highly involved and been for a long time, and so she's honored. But then that's the community. Right after she's busy honored, she's getting back to you know what I mean?
Heading for Galacticon next.
And so Rick Kraft, there's a lot of people that have been involved and are involved that are as deserving or have received in the past, and they're still here. So you really want to get a chance to meet kind of some of the folks that really do a lot of great work in our community. You're going to find a lot at the banquet there.
Absolutely. I listened to a webinar from the state New Mexico Tourism Department and said all events are down about 30 to 40%. And that is held true for everything I've done. So let's break that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's fill it up.
There. Yeah, fill it up.
I don't know how many tables are going to have in that.
Trendsetters.
Yeah, but let's have a butt in every seat.
I believe it's 200 and some is the capacity.
Okay, people. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
So we're aiming for that.
Good deal. So let's fill up every seat there and come and honor. And because, to be honest, that makes it that more special. When we got the Jason and the Rogers family and Margaret and all these folks and Tina and all them, when they're up there, it certainly is.
We want a full room.
A lot nicer when all the tables.
And we
want to
break that 40% thing.
Too. Yeah, we want to do that too. So $30.
Roswell breaks it.
$30 will get you fed and be a part of it, or you can get a table of 8 for $225. June 9th is a hard deadline. That's the hard RSVP. Please get a hold of Elaine here before that with your RSVP. Reach out via the telephone, 575-626-2640. Again, that's 575-626-2640. Or you can shoot Elaine an email, condor@dfn.com.
Or call the Historical Society.
Yeah, or call Amy over at the Historical Society. Or
you can leave a message on that phone.
Yeah. Or shoot her an email. It's historydirector@outlook.com.
Know that.
Yeah, that one I got. I can never remember phone numbers, but I can remember that one. But and of course, if you want to get involved, maybe you are a Leadership Roswell alumni, and it's been a few years, come out to the banquet. Love to have you and get reconnected.
And there's no fee for joining the alumni.
Exactly.
When I first joined, there was a fee. But,
oh, really?
But they dropped that a few years ago. And so there's no fee. We just need your name and address and email and get on board.
Yeah, we'd love to get you more involved, too, if you want to come out and see what we're doing.
Yeah, and we do some activities and things, like try to bring a speaker in and stuff,
Yeah.
which is, we'll let you know about it. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there. So if you and if you have graduated from the Leadership Roswell program in the last 30 years,
971 of you.
yeah, then you are an alumni, and
That's
you
right.
get to participate as an alumni. We'd love to have you participate. So, let's see. And then, like we said, don't forget, if you're interested in signing up for the 2022-2023
Right, and we'll have that
class.
information available there.
But Chamber of Commerce has all that, and then I believe the deadline to get those applications will be
It's usually July.
usually the last day of July there, that Friday before
Right, and then
5 o'clock.
And it starts in September.
Yeah, they'll make the selection process here, and then usually like that towards the end of August, they'll have like a little banquet get together, and then they'll fire right into the first class. There.
Right.
So,
and hopefully this year, they've had a couple of rough years, but they made it through.
They have. They have. Yeah, it's they've had to kind of refinagle the game plan a little bit because the COVID world, shut some doors, 2 of them that are normally open, but a few other doors got open that weren't normally open to them. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
And they made all the meetings and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but we'll talk more about that as we get a little closer.
Rick, we'll talk a little bit about
putting the bee in the bonnet. Now's the time. Start thinking about people that that would be a good fit for that, or if you yourself are a good fit for that, and we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So, good deal. Well, while I got you here, let's put on your other hat real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, put on your Galacticon hat here.
Gosh, that's coming.
Yeah, we got UFO Festival.
Like
all that.
less than 2 months.
Yeah, we're in the crunch zone here.
Right.
But Galacticon is back happening, and it's going to be a big fun to do.
Right. We're in the half of the Great Hall at the convention center again.
Yeah.
I haven't been there since 2019.
So you can still kind of walk. You can walk to the to the Galacticon. Really, from the downtown area with all
and the city's
UFO
city is centered around the convention center as well.
So you're right there in the middle of the party this year.
Matter of fact, the museum, UFO museum, has one of their speaker rooms at the convention center.
Good.
So that's kind of ground zero.
Okay. Yeah.
A little bit. Of course, we have things going on downtown with Main Street. We have the museum. There's all kinds of activities around. Great websites and I need vendors to fill that big hall.
If you want to be a vendor in this year's Galacticon, now's the time.
Yeah.
And it sounds like with this year, we're hoping to see more traffic than ever because you're back downtown.
It's the 75th anniversary of the Roswell crash.
You guys are in a good location. It's the 75th anniversary. So if you are in the Comic-Con world of collectibles and comic books and costuming and cosplay and all of that stuff, then I highly recommend you get your booth here and certainly make plans when you're out doing all the UFO festival stuff to swing on by the Galacticon and come check out some of the panels and some of the booths and all that stuff.
We always have a huge gaming crowd.
Are you guys still doing some of the steampunk stuff too?
Yes, some of it, and I think we might have some of our
like the T-dueling and some of that.
Yeah,
and all that. Good. Those are always fun, unique things.
It is fun. Yes,
and because a lot of people are not familiar with it, and it's a fun little thing.
I like the steampunk because the age doesn't matter.
Sure, but I just like that because you're right. Age doesn't matter because the technology covers all genres. It's like if you're younger, you can go, but. It's steam. And if you're not familiar, think of Jules Verne. That's the best.
And Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that's those are the things that's the best visual I can give you for steampunk.
Yeah, it's when the Victorian age broke into the industrial age, and that dichotomy at all times.
And there's so many to be honest though, there's so many subsects of it. So like there's certain groups that just focus on Civil War era style stuff. Others that may pick a different period in that time or focus on a different. Others are more into the more Victorian style of it. Some are more into the West. Some are more into the technology side where they try to make it like more futuristic, but like it's a laser gun, but with steam technology.
Right.
And you're like, I mean, I don't know how you figure that out, but that's kind of how steampunk works. Yeah,
exactly.
So it's kind of but definitely, but it's a Comic-Con, so all of it. You got if you want to come in,
as your gaming. It's got
come
sci-fi.
in your favorite. Marvel or DC character, or if you want to come in as your steampunk, whatever.
We have Logan Pack back this year.
Okay,
he's going to be our featured artist,
and that's another thing too. If you want to learn, like how to make your own stuff, like if that's where like I know they do like the goggle class and stuff, but a lot of that translates to any costuming stuff,
right?
You know, I mean,
right. We've done all kinds of things.
Yeah.
That leather cuffs and things of that sort.
So if you love all that kind of stuff, please. And then of course, if you're maybe an author or a vendor or collector or whatever and have a booth you'd like to set up there to sell or to promote your collectibles and things, please reach out to Elaine. You can, again, same numbers.
Yeah.
575-626-2640 or condor@dfn.com.
That's right.
And then is there a deadline to get booths or anything for Galacticon?
Oh, it's
this
like
year?
later in June.
Okay.
So we're
coming up
now.
on it, but get that done. Is any cost anything for booths?
Yeah, it's $300 for 3 days.
Okay, perfect.
Of the 75th anniversary weekend in the headquarters. So.
Nice.
So it's not bad at all.
Well, and it's great because you're downtown. Yeah. It's right there. And by the way, air-conditioned building.
That's exactly right.
I'm just saying, usually that weekend there, right, end of June, 1st of July, it's hotter than Hades.
That's right.
So you're going to have a lot of people that just want to come in there because it's cool. And now you've got a captive audience. And so now you can be like, oh, yeah, come buy my books. Come buy.
And also, like we said, gaming is huge. Tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
And this is like Dungeons and Dragons.
Magic,
but also
the gatherings, and those kind of the card games and things.
They can actually get online on our website and sign up for reserve a seat to play a game.
Are they going to be doing like some tournaments and things or just kind of open play?
The tournaments actually go on like now monthly, and then the winners get to come and we give them free tickets to the winners. And stuff.
I didn't know if it worked like kind of like a poker open does, where they do a gaming open kind of thing. Where cool.
And this is kind of more role playing in a lot of it. And tabletop gaming.
So it's more the D&D and
and the fun things like Matt's taco party game.
Okay,
it's fun. And it's
I'm just trying to think of games from because Dungeons and Dragons was a big one when I was a kid.
It's still there. Yeah, we still. And they're on like the 5th edition or something. Okay. 5e.
All I remember is like you had to have like your own dice collection, and like because you need like 20-sided dice, 10-sided dice. There's a lot of books and a lot of graph paper to draw maps. I don't know if all that's still the case.
And we have plenty of people that teach.
Okay.
That will teach beginners and help them.
That was like I don't know if that's still like that now, but that's how it was back then. And I know if technology changed it a little bit where they get a little more highfalutin with it. But back then you kind of like the dungeon master, the guy that kind of creates the scenario for that game you're going to play that day. Usually like they'll draw out the dungeon and the map of everything, but they do it on this graph paper and it's very, at least the kids I knew that played, it was very elaborate.
Oh, yeah.
And
people really totally get into it.
It was,
yes.
I would say those people invested hundreds of hours of time into that work there. And so I just didn't know if that was still how it's played today or if it's done a little differently. I don't know. But,
it's probably a lot more digital.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We'll say that.
Yeah, but either way, yeah, that's all part of it,
right.
the Galacticon too. So, and then, of course, make plans to attend. You know, we'd love to, if you're going to be out during the event. Does it cost anything to come in as just to come watch?
Right, yes, there's a fee to get into the building so we can pay for the rental.
Perfect. All right, so a small fee to come
$10.
And go. And you come, but come in.
But that covers the gaming and it covers all that.
Well, and it's just that if you love this type of stuff, this is how you support it.
Yeah, when I went to the Comic-Con in Santa Fe, I'd say 60% of the people that walked in the door were in costume.
Good.
In cosplay, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I got my picture taken with a 7-foot Wookiee. It really was 7 foot tall.
Well, that's the thing that's part of it, too, is because those folks... People that cosplay and love the costume, it's kind of like car guys.
Yeah.
You know, they love to show off what they got and talk about how and 90% of it is usually made by hand or made, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because you just can't walk into a store and buy these costumes. They don't exist.
They don't sell Wookiee costumes?
Yeah. Or not good ones anyway. Yeah. You know, ones that have a paper mask.
This was amazing.
Yeah. But ones that look like movie quality, no. Yeah, that's all made by either the people in Hollywood or folks that do it on their own. So.
And I still do the costume contest for the Main Street downtown. Okay. And it's on the steps of the courthouse. We did that last year. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And a lot different than in a hall. Just freer and people were hooting and hollering.
People just hang out and it's good. Yeah. And the pets get involved when they do the pet.
Right,
and,
pet would be the Saturday morning and the costume contest will be Friday evening.
Yeah, and those are always both fun. I usually stumble upon the pet one. It just happened to always seem to be around at that time. And you get dogs and usually dogs, but every once in a while it's other animals.
We've had a bedazzled lizard.
Yeah, I've seen lizard. There was another one year that was really weird, and I don't remember off the top.
I've seen a green painted horse and a white poodle that was green. I've seen a lot over the years. Been doing this since the big one in was that
97,
2007.
Yeah,
the 60th anniversary was our first big one.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. So kind of make plans to be out during UFO Festival weekend, and certainly come on by Galacticon. And like I said, if you want a booth for this year's Galacticon, again, it's happening at the Convention and Civic Center during UFO Festival here. And
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, July 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And what's the hours for each day?
Usually it's noon to like 6 or 7 on Friday.
Okay.
And then 10 o'clock on the other two. Saturday, 10 to 6, and then 10 to 4.
Excellent. So, and I think...
And that corresponds everywhere.
And I want to say, I think UFO Festival gets underway... Is it Thursday officially, or is it Friday?
We always have karaoke on Thursday night at Peppers on the patio.
That's kind of an unofficial kickoff.
Fun. And you can go in costume for that as well.
Yeah, that's usually...
John Bittner does karaoke for us.
So I forget, is there usually themes to some of the karaoke singing during that? Or is it everyone just game on, whatever?
Yeah.
I didn't know if there were certain songs that were...
We have occasionally added those extra little...
Okay.
Yeah, but John just does a general one.
Gotcha.
He's got the full setup. Does a great job.
Good deal. I didn't know if there's, certain sci-fi songs are just iconic out there that you gotta...
Right.
Of course, most of them don't have words. Or they do, but you don't know them.
No, that's true. It's a lot of new age.
Yeah. It's like, Star Trek, if you just learn a theremin. Just think about it. Name another song that's played on a theremin that everybody knows.
Yeah, right.
Other than the Star Trek theme song.
Right. Oh, we are having Comictopia down from Albuquerque.
Okay.
And they do a trivia thing.
Oh,
so
cool.
that you sit up, there's like 30 seats there.
Is it kind of like the like when you go to sports bar trivia kind of thing?
Yes,
but for
it is.
This one,
it
probably
but it's all
Comic-Con
verbal.
stuff.
It's all
and
verbal.
Good,
Yeah.
Cool.
What's the birthday of Superman?
Okay.
And somebody's going to know it.
Oh,
in there.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they say, I know it. And they,
I'm out of my league in those.
Oh, me too.
I know Bear.
I know other
now.
trivia.
Yeah, when you get deep in the deep dive stuff, then I'm in trouble.
And so if they answer the correct answer, they throw them a T-shirt or a comic book, and they go on. And it's a lot of fun. And that'll be on Saturday afternoon.
And I know that would be very popular because people that are into the cultures, they're gonna. That's their passion.
Yeah, and those will be Saturday afternoon at 1, 3, and 5.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. So please mark it on your calendars.
Yeah.
What's the web address to kind of steer people to learn more about
Roswell Galacticon?
Galacticon. Okay, it's still the same. I didn't know.
Good.
Good deal. But Roswell, that way you can see the schedule events, any cost, any stuff we talked about. If you missed any of that here, you'll find everything at the Roswell Galacticon.
Yeah, we also do our film festival too.
Yeah,
and that's if you pay the $10 fee covers you to go out to the theater and watch as many of those films as you want.
Nice.
And
do they have the list yet and all that for this year? Or?
No, they're judging. They'll be in judging. For the next
at that time.
Few weeks here.
Okay, and then the list will come out after the judging takes place.
And they'll be Saturday and Sunday. And Galaxy 8 donates a theater for us.
They're very good about that, yeah.
And those are great seats.
So please support them.
Yes.
By buying a bunch of popcorn and candy and drinks while you're there, because that's how they make their money.
Yeah, they got to pay the bills.
Yeah, they got to pay their bills, and I hate to tell you this, but those really fancy seats you're sitting in and everything, they're not cheap.
No. But you'll fall asleep and miss the
movie. Yeah, it's got to be an action-packed movie, or I better not recline. He's like, why is there snoring in the film?
Yeah, right. That's so true, though. They're
very
great.
Comfortable. There's been one time where I got in trouble, and to the point where I was like, nope. And it was a good movie. I just was tired, and I went to see the movie, and I got in there and kicked back, and it was cool. And I seen, I'm like, eyes getting heavy. I'm like, no, sit back
since
up.
You're such a morning worker, you probably go in the afternoon when it's nap time.
Exactly. Yeah, I go to a lot of matinees.
Yeah.
At night, I turn to a pumpkin. But yeah, it's
and it's all part of it. We enjoy our sci-fi fantasy movies,
and I'm glad they get because that's really the gateway for most of everything. 99.9% of the people that are going to be going through the doors of the Galacticon,
like I say, got through the gate of film.
They saw a movie that just opened them up to the whole world, and that's what it did. Yeah,
and I was a huge Jules Verne fan when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I read them all.
Yeah, they were and that's. I would for hardcore sci-fi folks, go old school. Look in your history of sci-fi. Go read some old Jules Verne and some of the just research a lot of that stuff. Go watch movies about you know what? And to be honest, the HBO documentary series From Earth to the Moon that came out, I think, in the 90s.
Wow.
With Spielberg and Tom Hanks. They, of course, it's about the Apollo program.
Right.
But they almost every episode they're tying Jules Verne into the inspiration into, and so you kind of get a peel back because while they're kind of, I don't know what the term is in movie world where they're like foreshadowing the story with the Apollo stuff, but they're saying when they made the first movie, sci-fi movie, Jules Verne going to the moon and how they did it there, and so they're comparing and contrasting the Jules Verne versus how NASA really did it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and for this age group, it's Harry Potter and Star Wars.
Yeah.
And of course, Star Trek. I was a teenager when that came out.
Yeah.
And,
well, I just saw the time. It's 9:00.
Yeah,
so.
I know. We could talk forever. And
Again,
Lord of the Rings. Have to get.
But any questions about Leadership Roswell Alumni Association banquet or the Galacticon, reach out to Elaine here, 575-626-2640, or email condor@dfn.com.
Correct. So, and if you don't remember that, call the historicals.
Yeah, or call out here. We'll get it to you.
Yeah,
so.
There you go.
Well, thank you, ma'am. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely.